and welcome to episode 2 of my encounterlocke. I'm B-Man1542, and just a quick recap of last episode. We started off with 3 encounter types. The starter, which we took Totodile, our walking in tall grass, which was a hoot hoot, and our cave spelunking, which was a Zubat. For our 4th encounter, we caught a Paris, which was our forestry encounter. So we picked up a few gym badges and got a couple evolutions out of the way. Totodile evolved into Croconaw, and Hoot Hoot evolved into Noctowl. Let's start off by taking a good look at our current team. We have Grass Knight or Noctowl, his nature is often lost in thoughts. Feels relatable. For his ability, we have Keen Eye. It prevents loss of accuracy through moves like Sand Attack and whatnot. On his moveset, we have Peck, which is a power of 35, accuracy of 100, followed by Reflect, which reduces physical damage for 5 turns. And next up, we have Uproar, which has a power of 50 and accuracy of 100. It's a consecutive move, so once you activate it, it can't be interrupted for 2 to 5 turns. But it also prevents you from falling asleep, and since we don't have insomnia, yeah. Speaking of sleep, we have Hypnosis. 60% accurate and puts the foe to sleep. Next up, we have Paris. He has a mischievous nature. For his ability, we have Effect Spore, which on contact with a physical move, the foe will receive Perilous, Poison, or go to sleep. And with his attacks, we have Scratch, which is 40 power and 100 accuracy, making it slightly better than Tackle. And we have Stun Spore, the grass version of Thunder Wave, but it works where Thunder Wave doesn't. It's just slightly less accurate, at 75 compared to 100. And then there's Leech Life. Really weak in this game, but it's 100% accurate and returns a little bit of health. And the last move on Paris is Cut, my HM. 50% power, 95% accurate. If that was the stats of Tackle, Tackle would be better. Cut can also be used to cut down trees in the overworld outside of battle. And now we have Croconaw. His nature is mischievous. For Croconaw's ability, we have Torrent. It powers up water-type moves in a pinch. And for his moveset, we can start off with Bite, which is 60 power and 100% accurate. May cause flinching. That's followed up by Leer. It lowers the defense of your foe, but they never state by how much. After Leer, we have Water Gun, which is 40 power and 100 accuracy, our only water type move at this point. And then Rage. It has a power of 20 and an accuracy of 100, but it gets much better when you start taking damage. And lastly, we have Zubat, who is also often lost in thought. For his ability, we have Inner Focus. The Pokemon is protected from flinching. Lost in thought and inner focus. Sounds like ADHD. For his moveset, let's start off with Wing Attack. It has 60 power and 100% accurate. Supersonic, which is only 55% accurate, but it causes confusion. And we also have Astonish, which is 30 power, 100% accurate, and may cause flinching, but it won't work on normal types because it's a ghost move. And for his last move, we have Bite, 60 power, 100% accurate, may cause flinching. And for this episode, our adventure begins by heading into Elix Forest, where we do some power grinding. While power grinding, I decided to pick up Headbutt in Elix Forest. I tried to teach DeForest, but he was so stubborn he wouldn't learn it, so went to Starter instead. We replace Lear with Headbutt and continue on our journey. The reason I'm not going to use Headbutt right away is because everything in these trees is too low level right now. So I'm going to save it for a better encounter and hopefully pick up a Heracross or a Pineco later. On our way into Goldenrod, we talk to this person right here who gives us a new TM. I completely forgot that it's not Sweet Scent in this version, it's Taunt. I was really hoping for Sweet Scent. That's a new encounter type. Our first encounter in Goldenrod City is a Ditto, which is perfect, so I don't have to hunt one down when it's time for me to start making an egg to hatch. After it hurt itself in confusion, I didn't want to risk damaging it anymore, so I threw a Pokeball at it. I chose to throw a Great Ball because it was still in green health, and it had all the stats of my level 20 cave. Having captured our egg-making ditto, we get to name him, and he immediately goes into the PC until it's time to make an egg. And this all happened right in front of the daycare center. And so we deposit breed into the PC, and then head for the Pokemart. This in-game trade is located on the 5th floor, where we can trade a Drowsy for a Machop. You can't normally encounter a Machop this early in the game, but it's our in-game trade encounter, so I'm using it, and Machop is perfect for taking on Whitney. We nicknamed him Trade, because that's exactly what it's going to be used for. Trade waves goodbye to us for his brief appearance in this episode. And we welcome Muscle, a new member and will soon be a core member of our team. I decided to take a quick look and see what we got with Muscle. His nature being proud of its power, which sounds promising. Next up is his ability Guts. Boosts attack if there's a status problem, which I'm not sure if it works with confusion. I know it works with paralysis. And I don't see how that's effective if you're asleep. But if you're poisoned in battle, that would help too. Have no clue if it works for attract or not. So let's check out his moves. We start off with the low kick, which its power is based on the weight of your opponent, but it's 100% accurate. After low kick, we have Leer, which lowers the defense of the opposing Pokemon. After Leer, we have Focus Energy, which increases our chance to land a critical hit on the next turn, which is perfect for multi-hit attacks. Or for our next move, Karate Chop. Karate Chop is 50 power, 100% accurate, and already has a high chance to hit with a critical hit. Not completely satisfied with Muscle's moveset, I teach him Rock Smash. It's 40 power and 100% accurate. It may lower the opponent's defense. It's also useful outside of combat where we can get an encounter from breaking rocks open, which I hope to do later. After checking out Muscle's stats, we head to the game corner where we can pick up a prize Pokemon. We either want Dratini or Sandshrew. Sandshrew being 700 coins and Dratini being 2,100. But literally after grinding coins for 2 hours, I was completely done. I called 700 good enough. $738 coins, and we're ready to pick up our Sandshrew. But we don't even get the chance to nickname Sandshrew. It's just Sandshrew. No fun there. But he's a great Pokemon in addition to our team, since most of our team is weak to lightning right now. Next up, we enter the bug catching contest. Because there's the perfect TM in the national park for Sandshrew. Also, the bug catching contest is an encounter type of its own. So hopefully we get something good. I stay out of the grass long enough to start grabbing the items back behind the fence. The first one being a Soothe Bell, which I'm not using items in battle, so that's useless. So we head over to the other side to grab the TM. And it's TM28, Dig. One of my favorite TMs. It should be an HM. Or Sandshrew should learn Dig on his own. I mean, it's Sandshrew. But he doesn't, so I have to use my TM to do it. With Soothe Bell and Dig in tow, I head back to the start where the better grass is. I was also thinking about playing the radio, but I don't have my radio card yet. For some reason I didn't do that. So we head into the grass for our first encounter, and it turns out to be a Pinsir, level 14, which is perfect. Never had such good luck. Now I just hope I don't KO it, so I use Hypnosis and put it to sleep. with Pincer asleep, my chances of catching him raise slightly. So I have 20 sports balls and I'm going to chuck every one of them at it. But by some miracle, I caught him with the first one. Not believing my insane luck at this moment, I decide that this is good enough for the bug catching contest. Even if I don't get first place, yeah, that's good enough. Pincer can be a valuable asset in this run. I used the quick menu and hit retire and confirm. I still had 18 minutes left. Then they start out the prizes. In third place is Bug Catcher Ed, some guy I don't know who caught a Scyther, with 310 points. I obviously have no clue how the point system works. I think it's some combination of level and remaining health. But the sports balls are normally crap, so you have to get down to 1 HP to win. And look at that, I took first place with my whopping level 14 Pincer. Now I have a Sunstone. If only I went into Elix Forest at night and caught an Oddish, I could have a Bellossom. But I burned my forestry encounter for my Pincer. So par for the course right there. Watch, next run I catch an Oddish and don't get the Sunstone on the bug catching contest. I thought about naming them BCC for bug catching contest, but I just decided to go with contest instead. So I teach Sandshrew Dig with TM28, and I put him to the test. The battle starts off Sandshrew against Sandshrew. We start off with Dig. His Sandshrew follows up with the Fence Curl, a move we didn't have. Our Dig glides right into him, knocking him down almost to half health. Looks like it's going to take 3 digs to take him out. So we use Dig a second time. Our opponent hits us with Sand Attack, holding on by a sliver of health. And not wanting to risk missing with Dig, I just use Swift, because it never misses. It's extremely low powered, but when you have an enemy who's used like 3 double teams or hits you with Flash a bunch of times, it's perfect for getting that last little hit in. Our testing trainer follows up with a Marrow, which it's got type advantage on us, and it's too close to our level for me to want to risk my Sandshrew. I just went through all the trouble of getting a TM for and teaching it to him. So I take my wisest course of action and swap out. I contemplated who to send in. Forez isn't quite strong enough to take a free hit yet, so I throw in Muscle. Which I made the right call, because Water Gun would have totally destroyed my Sandshrew. Muscle gets his turn to attack, so we use Karate Chop. It brings our opponent Meryl down to half health, who hits us with a Water Gun again. So we follow up with another Karate Chop, taking out our opponent's Meryl and bringing us victory. And with Muscle reaching level 19, he also gets to learn a new move, Seismic Toss, which power depends on your level over your opponent's level, which really isn't that powerful, especially late game. And since Muscle's a trade, we really can't over level him too high. And now it's back to the grindstone. While grinding, our Zubat cave reaches level 22. Something special happens to Zubat when he reaches level 22. He evolves. Making our cave Zubat into a cave Golbat. I then immediately take a look at his stats. Evolution can do some weird things like change abilities, but instead, it looked like it changed all of our stats from teens and 20s to 30s and 40s, which is a major difference. Go Golbat. With my friendship level, I'm probably one level away with Golbat to reach a Crobat, but I'm not sure if I want to yet. I haven't checked the move list yet. And with a full team, things are starting to shape up. Back to the grindstone. During our grind, we also hit another evolution. Sandshrew is evolving into Sandslash. Just watch this beautiful moment. When Sandshrew evolves, he also learns a new move, Crush Claw. Yes, I want to forget an old move. Goodbye, Fury Swipes. Crush Claw is just as inaccurate as Fury Swipes, but way more powerful. And instead of multi-hit, it's a single hit. Feeling our team is ready to take on Whitney, we head over to her gym. I hate this floor layout. Our opponent leads off with a level 9 Sentret. We follow up with our level 19 Muscle. Fighting type being super effective against normal, we begin battle. I test out Rock Smash. Although looking back, Seismic Toss probably would have been the perfect fit there. Our opponent Victoria sends out another Sentret, this one being level 13. I use Rock Smash again. One hit KOing this level 13 Sentret. Beauty Victoria follows up with her last Sentret, this one being level 16. And for some reason I misclick when I went to go to Karate Chop and hit Seismic Toss instead, which is a terrible mistake at this moment. It only brings her Sentret down to half health. I correct the mistake and choose Karate Chop. Finishing off Beauty Victoria's team. And for some idiotic reason, I didn't go heal at the Pokemon Center. No, I just throw myself right back into battle, this time with Beauty Samantha. Beauty Samantha leads off with a level 16 Meowth. I lead off with my level 19 Muscle, and use Karate Chop. One thing I did forget was that Meowth has insane speed. A level 16 Meowth is outspeeding my level 19 Muscle. Crit hitting the Meowth took it out in one hit with my Karate Chop, making Muscle level 20, and increasing my confidence. Beauty Samantha follows up with a second Meowth. I choose Karate Chop. Meowth being faster went first and got a critical hit with a slash, knocking me down to 10 HP. The only reason Muscle survived this was because he just hit level 20, increasing my HP and defense. Taking my flashing red warning label, I head back to the Pokemon Center and heal up. On my way to the Pokemon Center, I mutter a quick prayer to RNGesus, cause that was crazy close. That crit hit slash could have taken out my Machop. We head back to Whitney's gym and promise ourselves not to make any more stupid mistakes. And so the battle begins with Last Kathy. She leads off with a Jigglypuff, level 15. I lead off with Muscle, level 20. Not wanting to risk a lower moveset, I go with Karate Chop right off the bat, knocking out Jigglypuff in one hit. Last Kathy sends in another Jigglypuff at level 15, so we use Karate Chop one more time, knocking her level 15 Jigglypuff all the way down to 0 health and gaining us another level. Boosted XP is awesome. Last Kathy sends out her last Jigglypuff at level 15. And one Karate Chop takes it all the way down to 0 health. After the blunder of the last fight, this flawless victory just gave a little joy to my heart. Just a little bit. This time we're taking on Last Carry. She sends out a Snubble. At level 17, it poses a moderate threat. Not wanting to risk it, I use Karate Chop right away. Her Snubble uses Scary Face, lowering my speed, giving it just the advantage it needs to get a hit in. I use Karate Chop again. It hits me with Lick, and I take it out with that last Karate Chop. Not wanting to make a risk, I head back to the Pokemon Center and heal up before I take on Whitney. The battle with Whitney begins. She leads off with her level 17 Clefairy, and I send Muscle out to do his dirty work. I start off the battle with Karate Chop, knocking her level 17 Clefairy all the way down to 0 health. Getting me 370 XP and a new level. And with this new level comes a new move. The perfect move. Revenge. I choose to get rid of Seismic Toss since its damage is based on level, and Revenge has a set damage that doubles if you're attacked the same turn you use it. Gym Leader Whitney sends out her ferocious Miltank, mocking me in the process. I debate on which move to use at first, because I don't know how fast her Miltank is. So I stick to the tried and true method of picking Karate Chop. Seeing her Miltank is faster than me, I now have a game plan. Using Karate Chop brought her almost down to half health, but not quite there. So I use Revenge. Her Stomp hits me, and when Revenge hits Miltank, it hits for 120 power, knocking her Miltank out for the win, and giving me a full level of XP in the process. They don't let you try to calm Whitney down without attempting to leave, so you have to attempt to leave first, and then talk to Whitney. Because the entire gym tries to guilt trip you. Calming Whitney down, we have our third badge in tow. And one more TM in the pocket. With Whitney's boring conversation out of the way, we take our victory lap around the gym trying to leave. Leaving Whitney's gym, we head to the Pokemon Center and heal up. I want to say thank you to everyone for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you for episode 3.